What's going on, guys? Failed to listen. Welcome back to more Failed Thoughts. And in this video, something short, something simple, but something I myself, and I'm sure many other PC gamers, consider very, very sweet. Valve is adding full support, full configurability with the Dualshock 4 and Steam, and this is amazing news. Stuff like this, to me, is now amazing news, because even though other people would consider this something small, not really significant, not a very big deal, this is a big deal, I think, because some people, they just have a controller preference. So, a lot of people, it's less about the games and more about like which one is giving them the most comfortable controller, right? They don't like what Microsoft is doing, or they don't like what Nintendo is doing. A lot of people have always preferred what Sony does with the PlayStation in terms of controllers, and you can't really blame them, I guess, right? You can't really blame anyone for having a controller preference, and I'm sure it works all ways, right? Some people just prefer what Nintendo always does, always trying to do something a little bit different, thinking a little bit outside the box, as opposed to just giving you like a traditional controller, something that is simple and that just sort of, kind of one size maybe fits all or works for everyone kind of thing. And I think that, with most third-person games, I do use Xbox 360 or the Xbox One here lately. Obviously, the Xbox One controller is preferred for most third-person games, but every now and then, I think, for me, for some reason, I think it's the Batman Arkham games. I prefer the DualShock. I'm not saying that I can't use the Xbox One controller. I'm sure it would be totally fine, but for some reason, some games just feel better on the DualShock, and I like to have the button prompts as well. I don't really need the button prompts because I'm so familiar with both controllers that even if, an Xbox button prompt is coming up, I know which button to press on the DualShock, and it's been that way for a long time. If you're very familiar with both, which I am, that shouldn't be an issue for you, but it's just nice to have the button prompts. It's nice to, have developers be able to take full advantage. Even the touchpad, right? Even the touchpad, Valve is saying, developers can take advantage of that if they choose to do so. So this is a big deal, and like I said, hopefully there's no excuses from this point moving forward, especially with the AAA stuff. You get a lot of AAA games that support Xbox One with like little to no issue right out of the box. And more you are starting to see with the DualShock 4, but even less so still compared to the Xbox One. So we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully this does bring more of those games that give full native support with the button prompts and everything for the DualShock. I am playing Shadow Warrior 2. That released like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. Haven't really had a chance to dig in, and I probably won't be able to dig in until probably another week or so. And even after that, I still want to finish The Witcher 3 and, try to get out a review for that the best that I possibly can. And then I'll start digging into some of these other games like Shadow Warrior 2. What I honestly should do is probably go back and finish Shadow Warrior 1 and then go right into Shadow Warrior 2 and just have like a really good 25 to 30 hour session with both of those games or something. Don't really know for sure what I'm going to dig into after, I've played The Witcher 3, because I still have the DLC for that game as well. But I think I am going to take a little bit of a break. I don't want to dig in to the DLC right after I finish the base game. Like, that's crazy. I think I just need a Witcher break for a little while. And there's a lot of games coming out, right? And I still want to get Gears. Part of me a little bit still wants to get Forza Horizon. Civilization 6 is going to be coming out. And then you got Watch Dogs 2, which I do hope turns out well. I hope it's a good game. I hope it's well optimized across all platforms, especially the PC, because that's where I would like to buy it. If it's a piece of junk, I'm covered. I'm protected by the Steam refund system, but I don't want to do that. I shouldn't have to do that. I will take the wait and see approach. It is a Ubisoft game. They are known for hyping games up, and a lot of times it feels like they don't deliver. These games have been underwhelming. So, man, Shadow Warrior 2, I would say it's a really solid game from what I have played. The visuals are incredible. Like, this looks like a AAA game that had like a, $100 million budget or something. It's crazy that a developer like this can put a lot of the games that have come out this year and even last year, so on and so forth, to shame. You know what I mean? This game looks better than most of the games that did come out this year. I would say, you know, Doom looks really good, and it was also really well optimized. And that's another thing too, is like Mafia 3 just came out, had tons of hype and a lot of marketing and stuff, and it looked really solid. This game comes out, it's a lot of fun, it runs well. I mean, you could probably, if you had like a 1080 or a Titan or something, you might be able to get this game 4K 60 FPS, possibly. If you're one of those, like I like to call them TV warriors, if you're going to be playing on a TV 4K 60 FPS. This game also supports HDR, and apparently that's working very well. There's no issues with that. I did watch a review from ACG, I think, or maybe it was someone else that talked about the HDR is working. So if you're a TV warrior when it comes to, if you're one of those type of PC gamers, you should be good to go as far as the HDR and the 4K and everything. But at 60 FPS, something like this, man, it's nice playing it 100, 110, 120. It's like, it's just as, like I said in another video, it's a completely different world, man. So yeah, if you like Doom and just like really good shoot 'em ups that really don't take themselves seriously. I mean, the jokes, like I said, silly, they are a little stupid, but you know, I do giggle, I do laugh from time to time, and he's a funny protagonist. I mean, it is what it is. And it, like I said, it doesn't take itself seriously. It's just good moment-to-moment gameplay, a lot of fun, a lot of gore. I don't know if I said that. I probably did. A lot of gore. I do like gore, especially in games like this. So, yeah, man, that's going to be my video. I'll talk more about Shadow Warrior 2 in another video. And, yeah, man, if I don't make another video before the weekend is over, you guys try and have a good one, and I will catch you in the next one. You guys take it easy. Thank you very much for the continued support and your patience with me. Yeah, that's it. Take it easy, guys. Peace.